You know what I feel like is really important to talk about? When we give up our survival mode, or we listen to that need for survival against whatever it is that we're surviving against, whether it's running away from our own emotions or survival needs to eat and put a roof over our heads, or to just keep running the same pattern and the same loop that kept our nervous system safe at 5, that's now keeping our nervous system safe at 25 or 35 or 45 or 55. That when we listen to that pattern that's been running this survival course, this survival ride for so long, when we give that up, when we really listen to it and we feel it and we hear it, we recognize that we're just so tired. And if you're watching this, maybe this resonates with you. Maybe you're someone that was meant to hear this, but if you hear me and you're so tired, I see you. I see you. And you're allowed to be so tired. Because for generations and centuries and eons, our ancestors have also been running, and we're also running the same patterns, the same survival mechanism that is natural in our 400 million year old brain. It's instinct. But we're coming to a place in our world, in our earthly experience, where we can rest. Because sure, with the age of technology, things are getting more technical, technically speaking. But things are also becoming simpler, and money is easier created, and there is easier ways to access that which we need and would normally hunt and gather and survive and push and pull and work and force and grind our way into. I deeply and truly feel that as we move into this, and I've said it in other videos I've shared before, that this technological age that we are in or coming into has its harm, of course, sure, but it also has its benefit, where, maybe the beings on the planet need as much energy as possible, all the energy they have remaining from all this survival, to do a lot of the inner work that hasn't been done in a very long time. And by inner work, I'm talking about resting, sleeping, recharging, loving, nourishing, and really listening to the divine feminine that has been, and by divine feminine, I mean the energetics of our collective divine feminine that has been neglected and swept aside for so long that now she or it or they or however you would identify your energetic divine feminine is being revealed and expressed and allowed to be, allowed to exist in man or woman, he, she, they, them, are, whatever. The energetics, the energy of rest and receptivity and receiving and nurturing and nourishing is not just something found between a baby and a mother, but can now be practiced in everything that we are and everything that we desire to bring forth. And what a fun and beautiful thing to speak about, especially in the realm of business development. As an entrepreneur, I've deeply been breaking the walls and the construct of grind culture, and that I need to have no play in my life in order to survive against the creations of businesses, what you need to do to thrive. This is what you have to do to thrive and survive. And I'm gonna meditate. I'm gonna meditate on that. I'm gonna and laugh at me all you want. I'm laughing at me too. But there's power that has been untouched and untapped. And there's potential in that power, and I have faith in that. And so even if you don't have faith in that, I do. And I'm going to keep walking this path until I prove it to myself. And not that I need to prove it to anybody, really, but that I just feel like there's no other thing I've come to Earth to do other than to do this or die trying. Breaking down the limitations of that which we've been taught. I don't know why. I feel laughy about it, but I do, because there's a certainty in me that I cannot describe. And I've had to convince myself of this certainty myself, even though it's there and I know it to be true, and I know deep down what's going on. I still have a brain. I still have a human existence, grown up in Western society, a past that has been carefully curated and sculpted by, who knows, probably me. It's definitely me. But also God, also Source, also Creator, also Stardust. And it's also crazy how unbelievable you know what? Here's a better way to put that. It's unbelievable how we've become so conditioned, so hypnotized, so brainwashed, and all of these are triggering words, so take it as a grain of salt, but you know what I mean. At least for me, they seem triggering. That, we're under such an illusion that we're incapable of creating magic, simply because we don't understand what magic really is, in my opinion. Magic is not bippity boppity boo. You're a frog. No. No, it's not mixing spells and potions in a pot. I mean, maybe a little bit, but more like affirmations and herbs, you know? Not so much bippity boppity boo, but if you listen long enough, when I come to this space, if I listen intently and I recognize the deeper symbolism behind life communicating, like that tree cracking, or like the spider crossing my path. And not simply because I'm cuckoo, but because life is better to believe it that way, whether I'm cuckoo or not. Call me batshit crazy. I love it. I'm gonna stay this way because I feel in harmony with my experience and my environment. And there's no place I'd rather be than to feel in harmonic, symbiotic equilibrium with everything that I experience and everything that I feel. Right from the roots under my toes to the air in my hair. There's something magic about being connected to nature, to feel a presence, even when you're alone. There's magic in this space, and you can believe it or you can doubt it. But I promise you, life is so much better when you believe it. Because when you believe it, you can see it. And when you can see it, you can feel it. And when you can feel it, there's no place like home. Because you're always here. You're always home. And who doesn't want to feel at home? Like truly at home inside your being. And you're playing the game, we're playing the game, we're here to play the game. Might as well fuck around and find out. Because what do you got to lose? We're all gonna die anyways. Might as well let magic in. Not because you have to, or because I said so, or because somebody else told you so, but because we're here to explore. We're here to grow. We're here to F shit up and find out. Woo! Magic. I love you. Have a blessed rest of your day.